check.
1, 2. This is the Chu Down Show with Chuy Gomez. Chuy Gomez.
Let's get started, shall we?
Yeah.
Aquí estamos, Tacos, Jalisco, in Vallejo, California. That's Vallejo Valley Joe. We're about to talk to Captain Save 'em though. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Who's that? It's Captain Save 'em, mine. Captain Kevin Dickson. What's up, boy?
Man, it's a blessing. How
Man,
you doing?
definitely a blessing, man. I'm glad to see you around, bro.
I'm happy to be around. I'm happy to be with you.
I like that the suit is maintained.
Yeah. It's been in the cleaners for over 30 years, so shout out to the cleaners.
For you folks that don't know, this is the Captain Save-A-Ho character from E40's video, man. I remember him going into the photo booth and spinning around and coming out to say the hoes.
Exactly. Yes.
Man, so what year was that? Was that 90 what?
It was 94.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Here we are in 2025, and life is beautiful as we get ready to go into 2026.
Yeah.
Man, we've had such a good life.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you started off as the character, but you were doing so much more behind the scenes.
Yeah.
What were you doing? Tell the folks, because some folks only know you as Captain Saver though,
Right.
visually. But
Right.
tell what you've
That's
been
true.
doing behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, I've always been behind the desk, like whether it's running a company, doing road management, event production, tour management, like everything. Because as you know, we had started a lot before anybody started doing it the way he was doing it. Wait 40 and Be Legit and D-Shot was doing it, St. Charles. We had to figure it out ourselves. So that's why we only had me and them three doing it. So we had to figure out, well, how do we do this? We didn't have Google back then.
No, and there wasn't a map
Right.
or instructions.
It was just a real map.
right.
That we used to put pins in and say, hey, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here, and we're gonna do this. So, but yeah, I always been behind the desk and really just doing the business part. That's why when people say the music business, everybody should get the business part.
Right.
So that's what I was doing literally from day one.
Yeah, and it's crazy because entertainment is such a visual sort of fun thing, but people forget that you actually gotta sign documents, contracts, get
Yes.
paper rights so you can get paid.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, even though we are out there having fun and doing videos and doing concerts, you eventually got to get paid.
Exactly.
You know, so, but you not only did that, you later on ventured off and did TWDY,
Yeah.
which was the whole damn yay, and that was a collaborative of you and Ant Banks, and who else was in that?
Rapping Forte, but of course, Too Short, of course, E40, of course, we had Dollar Wheel, we had Mac Malls. Like everybody came out for that project. Banks put it together, and shout out to Banks. I mean, he's always been my Dr. Dre. You already know, and everybody else's Dr. Dre, but he put that together. It was just so dope and so seamless. And how it came to be is I had called him one day and I was like, yo, man, I really want to do something. Now, mind you, I hadn't even rapped or anything at this point. And I'm calling him like, man, I really want to do something. He's like, what you want to do? And I said, I don't know, a song or something, right? So he was like, just come to the house. Went to the house and he had it out there in Antioch, and we sat down. And I'm thinking I'm finna go in the studio, we finna record. I got there, we watching the Warriors game, and he fixing spaghetti. And I was like, damn, what's happening? We ain't gonna hit the studio. Finally went upstairs and then started messing around, he playing stuff and blowing my mind. And we did one record, and it was called Out to Get Mo. And it was just a record that we were just doing, just playing around. It was the first time I rapped. And then 2 days later, he was like, I think we should do a whole album. Mind you, this is a time when Banks was getting like 30, 40,000 tracks. So in my mind, he's saying, let's do an album, and I got to pay 30 something. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know about it. I ain't got no money like that. He started laughing. He was like, oh, just come to the house. And we ended up starting to do thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Good food. And we ended up started, working on this project. And one day he called me and said, I got it. I got our single. Went to the house. He sat me in a chair. He pushed play and walked out the room. And it was Players Holiday playing. Like just the music. Otis and Suge was on the hook. And it was a thing. And then he came back in. He's like, what do you think? I said, I think it's amazing. I said, what was that for? I'm thinking he did it for somebody else. Like, it's for us. And that's how that started.
That's crazy. So you guys laid down the tracks. You guys already done a song. And at what point did you guys decide, okay, we got 2 songs, we're gonna do a full album?
It was when, and it's crazy because people don't know that Players Holiday, the after song, we did probably 10 versions. It was just me and him. He just kept saying it ain't it. And I was like, yeah, because I don't rap. I don't know how to rap. He's like, it ain't you. You're like, it's just something. And then he called me one day. He's like, pack your bag. We're going to Atlanta. You're going to see Short. And what people don't know, Short is really supposed to be the 3rd member of TWY. So we went to Atlanta. Short and Tony Director picked us up, went to the studio. Short did like 4 or 5 songs. And that's how the album process started. And then, Banks, as soon as he got that, then he started hearing people. We went to LA, started getting different people on there, and that's where he came about.
That's amazing, bro. And so now let's fast forward, because recently Pilo did a remake of that song.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
It felt great. It felt great. I had talked to Will, who managed to make me and Will had a conversation. He was like, yo, he wanted to do this, and we did get in trust with Banks and everything. So for the NBA, and it was exciting, for the new, I'm not gonna say kids, but the new era that was pushing and that was already, Pilo and them already up here, and they reached down and like, yo, you know what, we're gonna do some old school stuff. So that was love.
It was like, man, I was at the video shoot when they were shooting that, and to see like G-Eazy and Saweetie and Pino and the rest of them get down, it was pretty incredible to see. And I was just like, awesome. And at the time when they were doing it, they still hadn't met Ann Banks. They had the track and they did it.
Yeah.
And they hadn't met Ann Banks. And I remember sliding them Ann Banks' number after I got Ann Banks on the phone. And I said, here, y'all need to connect since you guys are doing this song. And they were able to talk to Banks. And that was awesome.
Yeah, dope.
But you also have done so many other things. I mean, I know you did the video, the Captain Save Home video. You've done some other rapping besides the TWDY. And let's fast forward to current day today. I'm hearing we got a book in the works.
Yeah, I got a book. Yeah. Me and my guy, Brandon B12, also Derek B. We've been working on my book. It's called I Want to Be Saved. I'm not going to give away the whole title, but it's called I Want to Be Saved. But we got a lot of stuff in here because I've been blessed to be a part of a lot of hip hop first. Shout out to Shoulder Boy. He fucking do everything first, but I did a lot. You ain't saved no hoes first. But I was blessed to be a part of, I got 500 remixes, the Cap and Save a Hoes, the TWYs, like even just appearances in videos and everything. So it's the book captures that, but it captures also before that, where I was born at, all kind of low start. And it's kind of big. It's dope. And the future. So yeah.
And the future, speaking of the future, I was talking to Derek off air, and he was saying something about you're talking to Cuba about doing some other stuff too.
Yeah. So shout out to Mac Sean 100.
Mac Sheezy.
Yes. So Mac Sean came to me.
Oh what?
Yes. And you do.
And you do know that.
So he came to me at a project that he had. It's called We the Munchie. And he explained to me that he wanted to do this TV show. And I'm like, okay, cool. Tell me more. So we ended up talking. So he brought me in. It's like, yo, Cap, I need you to really go in on this. And then he was saying that even though, 40 is his cousin, somehow him and Ice Cube is cousins. They found that out about a year or two ago through their family down in Louisiana. So he said, man, as soon as I told Cousin Few about it, he said, you with it? I said, what? I said, give me 5 minutes. So I put together the agreement and everything, and then sent it to him. I said, send me to Q. Sent it to Q. 5 minutes later, Q signed it, and we got on a Zoom call. Yes.
Wow.
And then I was telling Cube, I was like, look, I know you're busy. And then he cut me off. He said, no. He said, I ain't too busy for what we got going on. And ever since then, I was like, this dude, he's up real.
And it's about business.
Yes.
At the end of the day, Ice Cube always been about business, handles his business. And so it is amazing. And I love the fact that you guys are connected with him and keeping it West Coast-ish.
Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be the most West Coasters ever. Because everybody's a part. Of course, Snoop, because Mac Sean was signed to Snoop for over 10 years. Snoop's a part of it. Exhibit, like everybody. It's the show is gonna be dope.
So what you doing between TWDY and writing the book, or have you always maintained working the whole time?
Yeah, and I mean it's a blessing that, you know, not that I had a full-time job or a real job. It's just whether I've been consulting or doing some kind of management, and the universe has been blessing me with opportunities, and whether it's to collaborate with people who, hey, I want to do this celebrity restaurant or I want to do this and that, and I help them, bring it to fruition. Say, that's a lot of stuff that I've been doing.
And that's the beauty of being from the Bay Area, that we've been able to collab with each other and build with each other and grow with each other.
Yeah,
Because as you know, you and I met through Andy Kawanami at CMC.
man.
And
Yes. Shout out
I was at
Andy.
Wild 107
Yes.
before it became Wild 94.9. And then I went to
Yes.
KML, and it's been a long run, but it's been a beautiful run. I wouldn't trade it for the world, right?
Yes. And see, that's what people don't understand. Like, this is real history. Like,
Mhm.
you've been supporting the culture, and you are the culture from day one, for 30 plus years, even
Right.
before that. Because like you said, through Andy with CMC and then through Wild 107, like, remember that's when I was coming to radio. I was trying to do radio, trying to get our songs on radio. Then eventually got tired of being stepped on KML back in the day. And I remember going there every Monday and trying to get it. Then when it finally got played, I pulled in front of the studio and everybody ran out the studio 40, everybody studio tone turned it up. It was like, wow, the song is on the radio. It was real. That's real.
It's just been beautiful, man. And I just want to say thanks for taking time to bring us up to date with Captain.
Yeah.
If folks want to connect with you, see what your movement is happening, how can folks get a hold of you, or just follow your story?
Just right now, Instagram, official Captain Save 'Em. And then, I got some more stuff coming. I'm working on the TikTok, working on all that stuff as far as to reach me. But I have a project too that's coming out in the next couple of weeks. I have a peep show project, which is it's going to be a peep show experience. And I took a little piece from Uncle Luke, and yeah, it's a show, it's a tour, and it's an album. So it's
There
called
you
Peep
go.
Show.
So check the Instagram, get connected, follow the man, because it's definitely going down. And we're here talking to Captain Save 'Em, Kevin Dickson.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we are winky dinky, baby. We doing it big with the Mekanix in the building.
So
Yes, sir. Long time no see, man.
good to see you, bro.
And always good to see you, young brothers, man.
Yes, sir.
So everybody talk to you about what you're doing, what you got popping, but I want to go back to the early. How y'all connect?
Through some mutual people who we knew, some artists that we both were working with individually. They brought us together on he was doing like some A&R for one of the artists, like executive producing. The artist's name is IRS. Yeah. And he had an investor that was going to sit down for a minute, and he gave bro a bag of money to put behind him, and he seen it over and came to see me. It was leaked before we knew each other.
Yeah. Like he was like, I was executive, like over the bag and over the music, and I had all the control.
Yeah.
And then I kind of looked at it and was like, man, I ain't got to produce everything. Like, you know any producers the toy bringing to the table? If so, you got a bag here, we can pay him.
Yeah.
And he brought in it. He brought Squid.
Yes, sir.
So we came,
That was our first time meet.
cashed him out for some beats. And he brought this big old computer. We was trying to figure out how to cook it up, and it was a cool little event.
This was what, 90, 99, 2000. Yeah, something like around that.
Yeah. So but that was the beginning, and then we went our separate ways. You know what I mean? After that one encounter, and then like maybe a year or two later, I was producer for the Hitters on the Pharaoh, Numbskull's group. And they did a project and they kind of bootlegged it, kind of fell to pieces or whatever. And I stepped away, like, y'all tripping, y'all bootleg the project. And they went to start working somewhere else. About a year or two later, they come like, big bro, can you put your ear on this, man? We just want you to listen to it, please. I'm like, all right, yeah, I love y'all. You know, I ain't making no music with y'all, but
Right.
so I went to go listen. When I went to go listen to the project, the songs that they were working on, it was at his house. Yeah. So now we back in it. I'm like, yeah.
Came together again like that. And we had got done with about 75% of the album. And then bruh came in, overseeing it, helped us make some changes and added to what we had, and shit, we ain't left each other since.
So when you guys got together and started doing that, how did you guys formulate the formula, or did the formula come later? Because I mean, when you listen to the Mekanix, there's almost like a signature sound that blaps when you hear it, and it's like, so did that come later, or did you guys like kind of
time? It came over time. We just built on it, and it wasn't hard. It didn't take long.
Not when you're working with somebody you kind of like and you kind of feel the vibe. You know, it's like it's hard when you got two different ideas and you're fighting over, well, my idea is better than your idea. But you collab and you come up with a formula and a system, and it works for everybody. That's the best thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we learned early, I think, that there wasn't no ego attached. We would get out of each other's way easily. It's like, no problem. Like, you know what I mean? And that set the tempo for everybody.
Yeah. We know each other. We know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and we fill in the gaps and put the pieces of the puzzle together.
Do you guys all wanted to do music early on?
Yeah. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was there. But when I heard Grandmaster Flash, the message, when I heard that record, I'm like, what is this? And, you know, don't push me because I'm close to the air. When I heard that, I said, whatever this is, I want in.
I want to be part of that.
Yeah.
That movement.
Yeah, and it was crazy because even now to date, I've heard that same story from other artists that felt the same way about that song. It was so colorful. It made you want to be like, what is this broken glass?
Everywhere. People feel,
Yeah, I heard that.
because it painted a picture that you almost seen on your own. And that's what's funny, because when you talk to people and they got the similar story, it just tells you that we're so connected, where people think we're so different. But and we were talking before, it's like how people be funking and there's so much money and the bag is there. And there's no need to fight over the bag because the bag is there.
Yeah, it's there.
You just gotta put your stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what you do is different than what somebody else does. And so when they come to you, they come for a specific sound.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I tell artists sometimes, it's like, that sound may not be for you.
Yeah.
Because everybody can't sound good on your beats. Like when I hear Scarface on your beat, I was like, oh, it's about time. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain people it's like it just fits like a hand in a glove. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so who have you worked with recently or that just took you from here as you know, I'm doing my thing, but all of a sudden brought you here and made you feel like, ooh, that leveled me up?
Well, we so blessed from the time we got in bed with each other, pause.
Yeah.
All the people that we looked up to or had a lot of admiration for, came looking for us.
Yeah.
So early on, it was the Digital Underground and the Delinquents and Keeps and you know what I mean?
Be the Weeder, the J Stalin.
All the way up till now, we just did our latest placement with the Ice Cube, the Rich. Yeah. Yeah, our latest placement was Ice Cube and Scarface. You know what I mean? So they're still knocking on the door. We're still getting, like, hey man, I want to work. Yeah, Dub C, yeah, Snoop Dogg. Yeah, they've been just lining up, man. So we're just so blessed. And each time it takes it to another.
How does that make you feel though?
Man, make us feel good.
Make you feel good, right?
Let us know we're doing.
Make you do the right thing, right? Yeah, because sometimes when you put in work and it just don't come around, people get discouraged. But when you see it coming layer after layer, it's like I'm taking the right steps and I'm going in the right direction.
Be hating that sometimes too.
Because you get in your own
It
mind.
be up and down, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And when shit like that happen, that give you that second wind to keep going. Yeah.
So let's talk about now, when you're motivating and creating, how do you pick up on somebody new? Like when you want to bring them up to you, like, you've already done what you've done. You worked with Scarface, or Ice Cube, or worked with Snoop, but you got somebody you see and you're like, he got a little bit of.
I mean, we still fans of this. Like, it ain't about the money per se. It's like, we love this.
Don't say that too loud, because I tell people this all the time. I would do what I do for free, but I don't. Because there's money to be made, and because I bring a talent. And it's like, you do too. And even though you would do it for free, there's no need for you to do it for free. But I understand that you're a fan and you still love doing this, and it's great to get the let's get the Grammys, you know what I'm saying? Let's get the recognition. But when you're doing this, it's like, so how do you bring somebody else to the new talent? Because some of these young
here to the street, and he brought here to the streets, and like, we don't just like anything. They gotta have that substance, that not that bullshit. You know what I mean? So we keep our ear to the streets, and if it's somebody we like, we'll reach out.
And we play the radar game too. Like, if he sees something he like, he'll bring it up, and we'll just watch the artist for it. And vice versa. If I'm like, hey, we need to check this guy out, we'll just put him on the table, and we just sit there and watch them for a while and see kind of moves they make. Are they passionately connecting to this? Are they gonna here today, going tomorrow types of situation? You know what I mean? Yeah. And then there's been a few that have slipped through the crack. We're like, yeah, okay, let's do it. Oh, yeah.
Are you guys thinking about doing some merchandising, putting some of that stuff out there, like the Mekanix logos?
Hell yeah, we got hell of this shit.
Oh, do you? I see that you got it for yourself. I didn't know you guys putting it out.
I was like,
It's for sale.
Sale. No, it's for sale. We got everything. We got hats, coats, t-shirts, kits, sound kit, nip cards for the website. We got everything.
So the young producer can get some drum patterns and round sounds.
All the shit. Yeah.
Think up to date, we about 5 in, 6 in, yeah. So you get all our drum sounds, particular, sounds that we think is dope. Candy, you can get it. You know what I mean?
It's different the way the way you truncate and you cut a sound, makes it yours. You equalize it. I don't get down. I just watch and I peep. I'd love to hit an SP12 every now and again. You like to truncate it. You know what I'm saying?
Do some work. Hey, he just cooking back there.
Yeah, Terry, play with the code of food. You know what I'm saying? So, we gotta get that smash burger, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys got some wings, little salad,
chicken salad,
popping.
Chicken. This actually a Mekanix salad.
I ain't made the menu yet, but I see some players in here. F.A.B, the Mekanix. I see the world famous hot dog, a Wapale.
Yeah, the B small.
It's all right though. Love is love. You know what I'm saying? So, on a more down to earth kind of like, what mellows you guys out? I know you guys love the lifestyle, you love the music, but when you on some downtime, what do you find yourself listening to? Or what helps you unwind? Maybe it's a TV show, maybe it's just sitting by the beach. What individually?
Working out, being around family, listening to old school music, you feel me? News, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm a movie buff. It's like an escape for me to get out of my own head and like watch other people's lives, whether it's real or not. You know what I mean? So I love movies.
So what's a movie we wouldn't think that you would watch?
I watch everything, bro. You'd be surprised. But documentaries is number one on the list. Right?
Really?
Yeah, learning stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Getting school still at this age,
Hell, you learn every day. I tell people that all the time. You learn something new every day. Don't matter. You're going to learn something. And I fucks with everything y'all talking about except working out. as you can tell. And it's funny because my friends tell me, man, if you started working out, even just walking or doing something, it give you energy. I'm like, how gonna give you energy? I'm wasting all my energy working out.
That ain't like that's
Right?
true.
Is it?
It's true. It's true. It gives you more energy.
I'm gonna have to try it there because I've been putting off for 50 years.
Some little dumbbells.
I'm a dumbbell myself.
Yeah.
You just some little dumbbells.
Yeah, because I mean, sometimes you just need to take yourself away. And for me, it's like I'm a little bit of both. Like I love to watch a movie, and my daughter's laughing at me when why you watch everybody killing each other, Dad? I said, because I can't. That's why.
I can't do it.
I can't do it. Let me watch them do it. But it's like it's and I'm there forever. Like, Dad, turn it down. I hear explosions and gunshots. Explosions and gunshots.
Watching gangster movies.
I'm watching all the gangster movies, the good ones and the bad ones, because there'd be some terror. I feel like I'm watching Timu movies or Tubi movies. Oh my God, be so terrible. But you can't really say bad because they putting their heart in it. And that's what I tell people all the time. Is like, whatever it is you're doing, put your heart in it. Somebody gonna like it.
Yeah.
May not be me, but somebody gonna like it.
Yeah, you gotta start.
You gotta start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We didn't all start out balling. Nah, hell no. We gotta grind it out. So somebody watching right now, what would you tell them right now if they they're putting in those sounds together and they're trying to take the footsteps y'all doing?
Be original, stay consistent, and work hard.
Yeah, work hard. Yeah, I mean, like you said, give it your all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sky's the limit. There ain't no ceilings. You know what I mean? Dive in head first, chase your dreams. The narratives is already out there. So
It's too much.
we're not reinventing the wheel.
Nah, like you said, the documentaries will help you out too, man. Watch a lot of documentaries, see what mistakes people have done. See, even the mistakes can sometimes be your signature. Like if you listen to Jimi Hendrix, and you're like, I don't want no feedback in my stuff. He wanted feedback in his music. He's like, and he walked to the speaker because he wanted it to grind out. It's like you watch certain things and it may not work for him, but for you, that might be your move. So always try and invent and reinvent, and even though it's been done, find a way to turn it. Make it your role. Exactly, man.
Is that trying to like copy paste just literally what somebody else has done?
Too many of those out there right now. You don't gotta sound like Joe Blow. You could be your own Blow. You know what I'm saying? So Blow Joe. See what I'm saying? Flip it on them. Right? No, but I appreciate y'all taking time because I know you guys being the grinder, man. I just want to see y'all get some more love here locally, man. Because I mean, y'all been getting love and y'all putting in work and y'all working with these artists all over. But at home, we need to have folks grab you and support you and hold you up, man. Because you're man. We appreciate you, man. Come on, love is love.
Yeah, for years you've been holding us down. Not us, just us. The first line graphic, So
Yeah.
we salute you, bro.
Thank you. It's gone down.